Hello again, turtles. It's Thursday now. Let's see what happens in our story today. Can you remember what's happened so far this week? We had Mr. Gasket in his car. Do you remember what he was doing? He was listening to the radio. And the voice on the radio said, can you remember what had happened? That's right. There had been a bank robbery. And Mr. Gasket thought that sounded a bit exciting. Meanwhile, Mrs. Gasket had picked up her customer, the man with the gruff voice. Hello. And he had come out of the bank with a big bag. And when she'd asked, what's in the bag? He said, none of your business. Can you remember what Mrs. Gasket heard in the next street when she was driving? Woo, 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 woo. A police car. Oh dear, she's getting a bit worried, isn't she? You see Mrs. Gasket's worried face? There she is. Meanwhile, Gus and Gloria, oh, that was funny, wasn't it? Do you remember what they were doing yesterday with their supply teacher, Mr. Blotter? He'd said, put your fingers on your lips, put your elbows on your knees, put your left knee around your neck and on your right shoulder. So that's going over there. So we've talked about Mr. Gasket, we've talked about Mrs. Gasket, we've talked about Gus and Gloria Gasket. Who's missing? Today, we're going to find out what Horace is up to. He was out playing with his friends. Let's see what he's up to today. Meanwhile, Horace was at his friends. They're still together. And they're watching an old movie. It was a sad old movie. Horace had his hanky out. And suddenly a voice said, we interrupt this sad old movie with a news flash. There has been a robbery at the bank. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can find a TV and a hanky for Horace and his friends. There's the TV. There's Horace, and he's watching the film. He's watching the sad film, and he's crying. Then what happened? Listen to the story again and see if you can tell me what happened next. What did the voice say? Meanwhile, Horace was at his friend's house watching an old movie. It was a sad old movie, so Horace had his hanky out. Suddenly, a voice said, we interrupt this sad old movie with a news flash. There has been a bank robbery at the bank. Oh no! So, what happened in today's story? Who was watching TV? Who was watching TV? And then what happened while he was watching TV? What did the voice say? I'm going to show you the lovely picture of Horace and his friend snuggled up watching TV. Can you see that picture? Look at them. They're having a great time. Do you think that's what your pets do when you're not at home? Maybe they snuggle up and watch TV too. Right. See if you can draw a picture or write a sentence about what happened in today's story. And I'll do one more chapter for tomorrow. Bye.